guys, and welcome back to my channel. Good to see you. Thank you for returning. If you are a returning subscriber, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and do all the right things below, like liking, commenting, subscribing. Please also share the video so that the family can grow. So as you guys know, we are doing people who have been wrongfully accused in South Africa, and today I have a lady by the name of Nolubabalo Nomsuka, and she's from KwaZulu-Natal, and she was wrongfully accused for murder, and we're gonna get into that. This one is a bit sensitive. You understand why it's sensitive. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, so Nolubabalo's story is not entirely complicated. It's not gonna be a long one. So basically, Nolubabalo was 23 in 2011. She was still doing grade 11 and she was 8 months pregnant. So how Nolubabalo explains the incident is that she was at home and she started having some cramps. And because she was only 8 months pregnant, she got worried and she thought that she was going into labor. So she went to the bathroom, to the toilet, and she called her best friend to come over to help her because she's like, we need to get to the hospital because I think I'm going into labor. So the best friend comes, but by the time the best friend is there, the child is already out and the child is on the floor basically. And so she asks the best friend to bring her a towel, like a blanket, to cover so that she can cover him up because the floor is cold. After that, she asked the best friend to call her mom, so the best friend to call the mom and ask for help getting to the hospital because they needed to get the baby, like they just needed to get to the hospital. And that's when the neighbors come and they immediately just accuse her of killing the baby. I guess because of just how the scene was, but also I feel like physically maybe they could have seen, like, she's bleeding, maybe she's traumatized, she tried to even cover the baby up. So anyway, the police come, the neighbors call the police because now they think that she has killed the baby. And the police get there and apparently they actually victimize her or re-victimize her because she's already, in a state. And one of the police women apparently hit her for killing the baby, which is shocking because anyway, they go to the police station, and when they get to the police station, apparently the officers there kind of like want her to confess to killing the baby. They kind of force her, maybe in the way they were questioning her or whatever, but they were trying to force her to actually say that she killed the baby when she didn't. So already up to this point, the justice system, law enforcers are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. First of all, how does the police hit the person like whether she did it or not? Who are you to hit her? You know what I'm saying? But so that's what happened at the scene of this whole thing. And this was December 2011, and she gets arrested for murder. In March of 2012, she gets convicted and she is sent to life in prison, obviously. But this life in prison is changed to a 20-year sentence because she had another child who was 2 at the time. So it was kind of like a compassionate thing where they lessened her sentence because of she had a child. So this was 2011, she was 23. And in 2013, legal aid helped her out, with her case. They appealed for her. And in 2017, the case is heard by a Durban High Court, and they actually decide that there was not enough evidence or no evidence at all to prove that she had actually murdered the child. So the one thing that went wrong or was unlawful, or like with my other previous cases where the magistrate just didn't take evidence into consideration, with this one what happened was the pathologist in the original case had actually said that the child was not strangled. Like there was nothing on the child that proved that anybody did anything to the child. The child was not strangled. There was no signs that Nolubabalo killed the child. But that was disregarded in the initial trial. They were just like, you know, she was the only person there. So for them, it was kind of like, I guess, you know, it to believe that the child was stillborn was harder than just believing that she had actually killed the child. So that is how Nolubabalo got convicted, because the magistrates in the original case didn't consider the fact that the pathologist had said the child had no strangulation marks or anything. So anyway, fast forward 2017 November, she gets released because the court decided that there was not enough evidence to actually convict her. And that is the story of Nolubabalo. And she actually says that she missed out on raising her child, the child that she already had. She was in prison for almost 6 years. I think it was 5 years 5 months that she was in prison. So but she did complete her matric while she was inside, and she was actually studying a business degree at the time that she was released. And her family lives in the Eastern Cape, like the family that she has, because her parents had passed away, lives in the Eastern Cape. So she didn't get any visits because it was very hard for them, like from the Eastern Cape to Durban. And another thing is she couldn't mourn her son, the one that, you know, had been born, stillborn. She couldn't mourn her son. So then after everything, she had a ceremony where she named her son and all those things. So this case is very quick, easy, you know, it wasn't very complicated. So it's just another one of those cases where the magistrates just decided to ignore the evidence. And I don't even know how magistrates even get away with this, you know, because I just feel like if you deal with the law, it's very important, because you deal with people's lives, honestly. But I think also the fact that she was alone when this happened is what a lot of people might doubt. But I think if she was at a hospital, or maybe, you know, people would have said, why didn't you call an ambulance, this and that. There's a lot of ifs, ands and buts. But I think if it happened at a hospital, people would be more compassionate, you know, people would be more sorry, or feel more sorry for her. But because there was no people around, there were no witnesses, you know, people are just quick to assume that she did something to the child. So obviously Nolubabalo wanted to sue the state, I think for a couple of reasons. One, the fact that she was wrongfully convicted and spent almost 6 years in prison. Two, the fact that she was supposed to be mourning the loss of a child, but that was all taken away from her by other circumstances, other things that were adding to her trauma, adding to, you know, how she was feeling. You know, she was on trial and now she got convicted, and now she got a life sentence. And I think also, you know, the neighbors just assumed that she killed the baby, because maybe that's what it looked like on the scene. But the fact that there was a medical examiner, a pathologist, that actually said that she didn't, and the magistrates still ignored it. As much as the neighbors reported it, the neighbors called the police because they were like, yeah, no, she's the one who did it. Again, the law is that buffer for me, you know. So also that also impacted on her reputation, or not even her reputation, her, like, the way the neighbors are now gonna view her. Because I think on one of my videos I said that correctional centers are there to rehabilitate offenders, but then who rehabilitates the society? Because now she's gonna go back to the same neighborhood, the same neighbors who thought that she had killed her baby, and who knows how they're gonna treat her, you know. So I feel like, yeah, damage was done to her reputation, or her, yeah, just the person she was in society. This is a quick, short one. I hope you guys enjoyed it as short as it was. I will be back next week with, I think, the last one, And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week.